this is the Hot Rod Show, and I'm Doug Bell. We're here live at Las Vegas, and we're at SEMA, man. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, and we're going to show you everything we can. Let's go inside. On the first show in the SEMA series, we look at this gorgeous golden caddy. It's like a big gold bar just dropped out of the sky in Las Vegas, man. We go riding with the Mother's Shine Award judges with exclusive, never-before-seen material of the show before the SEMA gates even open. That means unveiling cool Mustangs like this. Then SEMA isn't SEMA without a crazy spin around the track with a pro Mustang driver. Woohoo! We talk to the Mother's family about cars, Shine, and their stunning Chevy Biscayne sedan delivery. I try to listen in on the judges and what they are thinking. Plus, we have Elmo and his rat rod driven all the way from Minnesota. All this and more on the Hot Rod SEMA specials. Well, we arrived early and the crew were desperate to get a look inside, but security was tight, so we had to employ the good old Kiwi sneak. I'll just pretend nothing going on here. I'll just casually walk by. Yep, never clicked me.
Maybe we can get a sneak peek of these guys.
This is fantastic. Here we are getting a sneak preview of these amazing cars. Man, I just feel so honored to be here and like a little kid looking under things. Wow, how big is this place? Here's a nice Corvette. We'll come back to that one later. Woo. Right now, lucky I didn't get thrown out as I've got an official ride with the Mother's Shine Award judges. These are the guys that judged the Supreme Award. The place is so big, we have to go around on these little golf carts. This is just awesome.
Well, we've got access to everywhere, man, and these guys are just getting this car ready for the show tomorrow, and it is amazing. So, how you doing? I'm Doug from the Hot Rod Show.
How's it going? George from Executive.
George, how you doing, man? Happy birthday, you know, just in case I missed it.
All right.
You know, but so this is your buddy's car, you say?
Yeah, we're the preferred detailer for Galpin, so we make sure we take care of this for Dave's shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just almost speechless at this thing, man.
Oh, yeah.
This is my kind of car, right?
Yeah, it's truly a flawless car.
Yeah, it is. When you show the camera inside, there ain't no flaw in there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah. So, like, where's it based?
This is based out of Van Nuys.
Yeah, okay. And
Yeah.
how long did it take him to build it, do you know?
I think he built this within 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a honey, man. It's a real honey.
Yeah, if you look at the car, there's a lot of nostalgia in here.
Yeah.
He picked from different eras and different parts. So I mean, even the car's flawless too if you look from underneath.
Right?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's just as beautiful underneath.
We're going to do that too,
All right.
man. Yeah. Oh, this is cool. I'll let you get up. So, you don't have to get down on your knees to me.
All right. Someone's got to propose, right?
Yeah, I'm taken.
Let's chat with the judges to see what he thinks.
Hey, Ziggy, what do you think of this, man?
This is amazing.
Hey, yeah, it is interesting, isn't it, eh?
Yeah, it's great to see all this culture come together in one package. But
Yeah.
the finish and the detail on this is just unbelievable.
What do you think of the no flaw?
It's perfect for
It
Fred.
is. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect for California where there's no rain.
But the detail features of this are just
Yeah.
unbelievable, and beautiful chrome plating.
Yeah, good quality chrome.
Extremely good quality
Yeah,
chrome.
wonder if we got that down at Advanced Chrome Platers in Hamilton, New Zealand.
Yeah, very, very nice job.
Yeah.
Well, here we are, and we're going to take the covers off this Mustang. It's pretty special. This one was made especially for this show, you know. This is just awesome. Up close, this Mustang just oozes class. I think these guys here are speechless, man, because it is like, oh.
Wow, this is a honey, eh? Is that a marking?
No, just a hare.
Oh, better than being a rabbit.
Yes, it is.
And what's your first reaction when you see that?
Sharp.
Yeah? What do you think, Ziggy?
Absolutely beautiful execution.
Yeah?
That's a beautiful design.
Look at these things. That's a piece of work under there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's some great design work gone into this vehicle.
Like the amount of work just in, there's probably 4 or 5, 6 pieces
Yeah.
of all of that being welded together,
Yeah.
and then
That shows talent, eh?
talent and patience.
Talent and patience?
Lots.
Lots of talent and patience. Well, Ziggy, how about this one, man? Isn't this just a package of beautifulness under the bonnet there?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these guys have come, you know,
Yeah.
like they say, from the boondocks up.
Have you seen any other cars by these people? Is this
Oh, these guys have been coming through the ranks for
really?
a while.
Really?
Yeah, they're just,
And-
and they're stepping up every time. Just getting
every
better.
year, you know, so isn't that good? That's progression, you know?
Well, that's right, and they're trying
Yeah.
to outdo themselves all the
yeah,
time.
well, that's good, but like, that's just magnificent under there, you know? It's just...
And he's a very sharp little thinker.
Yeah.
You know, that's what turns our screws here, is that
Yeah.
you get these very clever cars, and there's all these subtle little...
Just a little wee bits of detail, eh?
Yeah, and you know, and this, you know, he tries to take it that little OEM sort of delivery
okay,
of the
yeah.
car. So it's not so much about being obvious,
Yeah, okay.
but what the factory should have done in the first place.
What the factory should... Wouldn't it be neat if they turned them out
Oh,
like this, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they could have done it so easily
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and sold none.
and sold none, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, see, all of it, and even just down to the texture on that.
Yeah.
That they've gone to the trouble of having that, you know, 3D modelled, then they mill it, then it's plated.
Yeah.
Through the plating process, they've brushed part of
Yes,
it
yeah.
and plated part of it.
Plated part of it, yeah.
And it gives so much more texture.
I know,
to the
doesn't
car.
it? Like the contrast. Yeah,
And then at the back of the car, they've got the tail lights.
yeah.
You know, they've milled up the surrounds, and then they've 3D printed the lenses.
Like 3D printing now, that's got to be like opening up a whole lot of new stuff, isn't it?
Absolutely, and you
yeah.
know, with so much of it too, you know, the limit is really as good as your
It's-
modelling
and
exercise
as
can
your,
be.
as your imagination can
Exactly,
be.
yeah. And it's these younger
Yeah.
guns that are coming into the game. I mean, they're taking that and running with
Yeah.
it, whereas, you know, half the older boys in the game, you know, they have trouble even turning their computer on.
Yeah. So what you know, if you could give some advice to, you know, budding young car builders. You're a big car builder yourself.
Well, I think the biggest single piece of advice is educate yourself.
Yeah.
Google is your friend.
Yeah.
And more importantly, is it's experience that makes good cars.
Yeah. Okay.
Building them fast
Yeah.
in a week
Yeah.
is what it's about.
Yeah.
And you know, many a time people have talked about, you know, how do you paint a good car well? Well, painting lots of them, and everyone screws up.
Yeah.
But it's all about the experience. And that's why most of the people working on these cars, making them beautiful, are,
Yeah.
you know, 40s and 50s, not,
Yeah.
you know, 15s and 20s.
I mean, this is the take-home one, isn't it? Eh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this is really turned our screws.
Oh, sorry to butt in.
Peter's got some words.
No, check this out.
Yes, I see that. Yeah, the two-tone.
Brushed stainless look.
Yeah. Yeah. We just it's
We spoke to the guy earlier about it. That is what would you call it, Ziggy? Scouring the clear coat?
Well, what they've done, see, normally when you satin finish something,
yeah.
that you'll mask it off and you will put a satin clear whatever down. Well, you've got an edge there, and that edge can become flaky or fray or whatever.
Okay.
So what they've done with this, if they've painted it and cut and buffed it just like it had nothing on the hood, they've masked it off, and then they've rubbed it,
Yeah.
straight cut rubbed it with sandpaper.
Yeah. And it's done that.
And
It does. It
stainless.
does
Yeah.
look like brushed
And it
stainless,
doesn't.
doesn't
It doesn't really work on all colours.
I know.
You know, some
Yeah.
colours you get away with it, other colours you
Grey
don't.
is a colour you can do a lot
This
of
has
stuff
really
to.
worked well.
Yeah.
But the best part about it is that, you know, because the problem is when you come to a show like this,
Yeah.
to polish that,
Yeah.
you have to mask your flatten off to do any touch-up polishing work at the show.
Yeah.
It's a pain.
So
So what you can do with this is the whole process can be repaired on the spot, because if it gets too glossy or whatever, mask it off, rub it again,
Yeah, and it's back
and you're
to
home.
you,
Yeah. Very, very clever.
That is very, very, it's ingenuity, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for pointing it out, Peter.
This is one cool Mustang. Better cover it back up now. What a privilege to see it first, eh? Man. Look at, man, check out this outrageous Cadillac. This is just, well, it's just like a big chunk of gold dropped out of the sky and it's landed here. Here's the owner. Here's Chris. Hey, Chris.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Doing, man?
Good, nice to meet you.
This car it's outrageous. It's like a big chunk of, it's a big nugget, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, we're going to ask you things about it, but there's a little secret about this one. You sold your Cadillac.
I sold our Cadillac.
Our Cadillac.
Our Cadillac. It belonged to my wife and myself. But she got a little upset with me, so I kind of had to make it up to her. So this is what we came up with to make up for the last one.
I mean,
so hopefully she's happy now. It's hard to please her.
If she can't be happy with this, man, she ain't going to be happy with nothing.
Right.
Like, look, runs through this because, you know, it's sanitary, you know, it's just clean, you know.
Oh, thank you.
And it's just exceptional, you know. So if you could, you know, how long did it take you to have it built or build it?
It took us about 6 months to build this car. It was pretty ragged out when we got
6 months.
Yeah.
That's extremely short.
We had to push. We had to get it to Detroit, you know, for the Autorama. So we pushed real hard to get that done. And we started. We got a Fat Man front end under it, and Ride Tech 4-bar. It's on air. And we wanted to do a true old school custom. You know, we didn't like it was built 30, 40 years ago, not like it was built today.
No, but just all new components.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, tell us, like, who built this?
Ryan's Rod and Custom. It's a rod shop in 96, South Carolina.
Yeah.
We started there and we built it. We have a Cadillac 390 motor in it from 1959. Super rare horn intake with 4 chrome Strombergs on it. It's just classic.
Let's have a look at that.
Sure.
Doesn't that look great, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, you know, it's such a trend to have, like, everything just covered up inside there, you know, like, out of sight, and it's cool,
Well,
man.
thanks. We got old school Hildebrandt valve covers. Those valve covers are from the 50s, and were never even put on the car. They sat on the shelf for 60 years.
Really?
And before we put them on this car. And we, of course, we made pans on the inner fenders, just covered up all the ugly, just to clean it up a little bit.
Oh, man,
You know?
you certainly took away all the ugly, because there's only beautiful left, eh?
Well, thank you.
You
I
know,
appreciate it.
I mean, like, what colors, what is their name color for the paint, or what's it from?
Well, PPG really helped us out with it.
PPG paint, yeah.
Well, I
Woo.
told you. PPG, this is a Gold Rush candy and pearl mix that they developed just for us on it. It has PPG 2002 clear on top of it. And a lot of block sanding for my guys to get it this flat.
How many hours, if you know?
I don't think
Just
I
a
want
lot.
it. I don't want to know.
Just-
Probably. It's a
Just
very
enough to hurt your checkbook.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Then
Now,
we got
like, the inside too, you know, like what's that strip off? Is that stock?
CNC plating did all the plating on this car. This was all stainless at one time on the top.
Wow.
And we actually coppered and nickeled
like
it
all
and chrome
stainless,
plated it now, but instead of stainless. And we have the old school sombrero hubcaps on there and Firestone bias ply wide white tires. And, you know, no radials on this car here.
I mean, it's just got such elegant lines, hasn't it? Hey?
Oh,
it's a movie star car.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a big car kind of person.
Like the interior, man. Like if the outside looks beautiful, the interior is. You know?
Chuck Hanna from Mooresville, North Carolina handled the interior for us.
Yeah.
He hand built that console through the center, and there's 64.5 T-Bird seats that we tore apart and painted them up and chrome plated all the trim around them. The back seats are handmade.
Yeah.
The steering column is an I Did It steering column with a Contour steering wheel. Dan Baker from Illumicraft built the gas pedal and the brake pedal. They're one off. If you notice, they kind of mimic the dash there.
They do, yeah.
You know, just an old school white tuck and roll custom look to it.
Yeah.
You know,
it's when you see a car like this, it's sort of hard to keep talking because the eyes have got to do all the work. I know the eyes do all the explaining.
Well, thank you.
It's you know.
I love it. This is my style of car, you know.
Well, I
so
appreciate it.
I get pretty excited when I see this stuff. Like, just being on it, do you ever drive it around? Are you going to drive it or do anything like that?
We're going to drive it. We haven't driven it much. We, probably got 10, 20 miles on it yet, but the plan is to drive it. You know, so and
that'll be a cool freeway cruiser, wouldn't it?
You know, these big heavy cars just ride so nice. You know, if you're a big guy, you can kind of stretch out.
Yeah, I like to do that. You know, I need a fat man wheel. You know.
Right. Yeah. You're right. This is the fat guy car, big guy car, so we can all fit in there.
Okay, Chris. Well, thank you so much for letting us perv on your car, man.
Well, I appreciate that.
It is a perv.
Thank
you know
so
what
much.
perv means?
No.
Perving is oodling. Oodling your car. Oodling your car, yeah.
Well, I learned something new today.
This is one of them cars that the paint looks like it's going to run off, be a big puddle underneath it. Cool, dude.
Thank
you so much.
Whoa, check out these trucks, man. These are just, these guys are just burning rubber and just having so much fun. This just goes on all day, every day outside in front of SEMA, man. These guys are just, they put on a show for everybody. These guys go crazy, don't they? Now I get to have a go, this time in a Mustang. Whoa, a brand new Mustang too. Woohoo! Woohoo, here we are, off for a blast in a brand new Mustang. Check this out, man. They do this all day long out there. There's Mustangs, there's Cobras, there's race trucks, there's all sorts of stuff always, just blasting around the strip. If you line up long enough, you can get to have the go. Or if you say you're from New Zealand and the Hot Rod Show, they put you right up in the front, man. Then they squeeze you into one of these things and they just take off, race all around here, get you all excited, and then they pull up and stop. And it's just a blast, man. It's just an absolute blast. Oh, getting out is just a little hard. Whoa. Hot and sticky. What are these people doing here with me? This here is Barbara. Hello, Barbara.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Great.
And this is Jim. Hey, Jim.
How are you?
And here we have Dennis. How are you, Dennis?
Good, thanks.
What are these people doing standing here? This car has just won the General Motors best car of the show, man. This is the mother's car. This is the mother, and this is the son. How about that?
For the best in show, I'd like to present the trophy to the 59 Biscayne, owned by the Holloway family. It was done by Troy Trepanier at Red Rides by Troy.
It just seems like yesterday you were handing out awards, and here you get one yourself today, Jim.
I know, how cool is that? What an honor.
Unbelievable, man. You got to get this, man. And you won the best Chevrolet in the whole show. There's hundreds of Chevys here, and you won it. Like,
thank you to Troy Trepanier.
Troy Trepanier, man, these guys have the best builders and the best stuff. Look at this. This is the mother's car. It's exciting, isn't it?
It's wonderful exciting.
Yeah. Like,
Troy did a great job on this
What's it like
car.
to be handing out trophies and then finally getting like the best trophy you can get?
It's even better to drive it.
Yeah, I went for a ride in it. It's
We
beautiful.
drove it on the
cruising.
power tour this summer.
Yeah.
It's a great ride.
This is fantastic. It's like the best Chevrolet in the whole show.
I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
Could it be better? I don't think so.
I don't think it could.
Man, look, like, this is fantastic. Look, this is a mother's car. This, obviously, it's the mother's polish that helped them win the show. I'm pretty sure about that. Wouldn't you say, Jim?
I think there's a lot more than that.
A lot more than that?
Yeah.
But you got to polish it up to make it look
There's a lot of kibbles and bits in there.
Oh, this is a dream car. I've been in this car. Dennis, what do you think? How is this great, eh?
Oh, yeah, I think this is great. It's totally unexpected.
Yeah.
The last award, what, best of show? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I mean, how often does that come along?
This is
Once in a lifetime.
It's the second time for Troy Trepanier in 25 years of coming here to get a GM.
Yeah, and that was nice because, you know, that car has a lot of meaning also.
Yeah.
They've had that car 40 years, and they started their business in that car, right? And they've done it through the years. And then they picked us to really do it right. You know, we've been friends with them. That's really, they could have picked from anybody.
Yeah, like we were pouring over it when it was back, you know, in Southern California in the warehouse.
I was really pleased that we got to do it. And my mom and the owner of Mother's, Jim's mom, they drove it on the power tour already. So that's how reliable we try to build them. You know,
There's a little story about this too. You know, about this car. You know, that's just won the best Chevrolet in the whole show award.
Yeah, well, I was just actually reminiscing, I guess, back in 2004, if we recall. We actually bought the 59 delivery to New Zealand and travelled around New Zealand and took it to shows. And I remember in the Whangamata Beach Hop that Noddy allowed us to... Yeah, he allowed us to do the lead parade at the beginning of the show.
Wow.
That was great fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right up there, the queen of the show.
It was really a good ride.
Yeah. And I think the thing that really is still stuck in my mind is I was driving the vehicle. My daughter was in the middle and Barbara was on the passenger side. And I actually saw a tear in Barbara's eye as she said that this is what Al, with now Al being Barbara's husband and founder, one of the founders of Mothers, who unfortunately passed at 92, but she said this is what he lived for.
We were living history.
Yeah. Isn't it wonderful?
Oh, it's fabulous.
It's like, you know, I've experienced it myself, but when you have a dream of a business and it comes to reality and then it grows and grows, every morning, it's just
heartwarming. Yes, it is.
It's wonderful, you know. You've got the best builder, the best car, and the best people to have with the best polish. This is awesome, man. This is Mothers. I mean, Mothers is what flows in the veins of hot rodders, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You know, oil and Mother's polish, man.
It's got a burn feel, smoke the tires.
Yeah, it's great, Jim. Thank you so much, and congratulations on this wonderful achievement, man.
Pleasure.
Barbara,
Thank you
for having that vision so many years ago to build the best polish in the world.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. And Dennis, thank you for running a good company. Thank you so much.
All right.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Now we're back with the judges. There are so many cars to judge, man, and every one of them is just amazing. Just to get in the show, you know, the standards you got to meet. Look at this. They're still laying the carpet in this place. That's just enormous. Oops. Now that, my friend, is not Swiss track flooring. If you want some decent flooring, best get the Swiss tracks. That would never do that. Well, anyways. Oh dear, some minor repairs. Hopefully nobody will notice and we're off again. Hey Justin, here's another car for you, man. Justin, this is just up your alley, man. Rob. This place is so huge and there are amazing cars everywhere, inside and out. Look, it is just unbelievable. 3 million square feet of cars. This one is owned by the lead guitarist of Motorhead. We'll be back to interview the builder soon, but what do the Mothers judges think of us? The judges go over it inch by inch. You know, they're looking for every little detail. And here's Pete helping a good friend off the floor. This car was very interesting.
It's not about engine bays and on the carriage, it's about the finished, complete surfacing of that
what
car.
What they want is the look. They don't care because they
And
throw that crap
you
on
still
it.
have to contrast this to Kindig's custom in there, that big Cadillac.
I'll see if I can listen in on one of their conversations.
So that's why I think we need to do this.
It just comes down to the numbers.
It does. So
We've always said that.
interior fit.
They're talking secrets. Here we have an amazing Studebaker Hawk. Man, these things are just awesome. They just, you know, it's a 2-door, This thing was all under wraps. You know, we had to peel the covers off to have a look at this. It was not being revealed until the following day. And, you know, we were just special again, man. We got to see this thing before anyone else did. This car was just beautiful. Check out the sound of the door opening. There's a couple of Kiwis there. Ian and Pete. You know, when these guys look for bits and pieces, they look where you wouldn't expect them to look. There's Jim from Mothers. He gets right in on this too. It's only been finished painting the day before or something. That
started working on it and got sidetracked on the land speed car, and this sat in the back of Alan's shop till last year after they ran on the salt. And then they picked this back up last year.
So this has been in Alan's shop for like 5 years?
5, 6 years.
That was there when I was there.
Yeah,
probably.
it's just it was back in a corner, covered up, and now they finally started back with it this year. I mean, for this.
There they are, carefully putting the covers back on again. Okay, I'm here with Elmo Pachetto. How you doing,
How you
Elmo?
doing? All right.
Oh,
all
man,
right.
we just love your rat rod here.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Could you tell us a little story about it?
Yeah, it was built for Rat Rod Magazine by Brian Daigle, and it was drove from Surgeon Lake, Minnesota, all the way over 1,900 miles.
Yeah.
And
you drove it all the way here, you say?
Drove it all the way over here.
Wow.
Him and another.
So Elmo driving in this thing, he's kind of a dedicated hot rodder, but I'm not sure whether this thing would pass inspection with our certifiers here in New Zealand.
you
got a snowstorm maybe to jar back through?
It's going to have to jar around a snowstorm, but
How long did this take to build?
I really don't know. It's been built for Rat Rod Magazine, so it was on a tour to St. Louis. So I think it took him like 3-4 months to build it.
Oh, really?
You get after it.
That's a good time for a rat rod,
Yeah,
isn't it, eh?
he gets after his stuff. So
Very cool. Elmo, thank you for taking the time to talk
You
with
bet
us.
you.
Do you want to say hi to the people in New Zealand?
Hello. Welcome to rat rodding country.
Yeah. Thank you.
We'll see you. Bye-bye.
Well, that's it for episode 1. There's so much more to see. We go riding with the judges again. We check out this immaculate bullet caddy and more crazy stuff along the way. Well, you wouldn't think this car was like that, would you? Wow, check this out. I mean, this car behind us, we're going to tell you a little bit about it in a minute, because there's cars like this everywhere in this whole place. Can you tell us a little bit about the paint job and, you know, like the method you used, you know, because this is very new. Well, here I am with Keith, man. How you doing, Keith? Good. Yeah, Keith. This beautiful coupe. I mean, I have a fetish for 3-window Ford coupes. Sonny, we're standing with you with this beautiful Corvette. I mean, like, we've been oogling it. If you know what oogling is, it's when you're pretty hot about it, you know. The full set is available on DVD or online download from thehotrodshow.com. Order your copy today. Woo!